The holiday deals have been unbelievable, and in today's episode we're going to take a look at some of the best deals you can pick up right now on the eShop, all for under $5 and all either at a new all-time low or at least matching a previous low. Hey everyone, I'm JP and welcome to the Digital Game Room. To the crew here at the channel, thanks my friends. As always, you know we truly appreciate you hanging out with us for a few minutes again today. And thanks for the love, especially the love that you showed a little man. That really does mean a lot to me. If this happens to be your first time here, welcome my friends. We cover Nintendo Switch games and deals every week and we love sharing the savings with the crew. If you have a good time and you enjoy saving money on great games, consider joining the crew by hitting that red button down below to subscribe. We'd love to welcome you and we'll do our best to fill up your backlog without emptying out your bank account. Either way though, thanks again and as always, stay safe out there and please enjoy the video. Alright, we'll start off with Aegis Defenders. This is a multiplayer RPG from Humble Games with a download size around 1.5 gigabytes and a main story that will last around 15 hours or so. This game is gorgeous on the Switch and it features some amazing pixel art graphics and a wonderful soundtrack to accompany them. Now this is a mashup of two genres done almost to perfection. Players will have to explore, build, and defend in this unique mashup of action platforming and tower defense. We play as a team of hunters searching the ruins for the only thing that may be able to save our village. This is another one of those great options if you have a sibling or a friend that you like to play games with in local co-op. If you're interested, make sure to check out Aegis Defenders before the sale ends on January 1st. It's marked down 75% to a previous low of just $4.99. Aggelos is a retro-style single-player adventure game from publisher P-Cube with a main story that will last roughly 7 to 8 hours to wrap up and it has a download size around 230 megabytes. This game combines an old-school look with modern gameplay and controls, making it one of the most fun retro platformers on the Switch in my opinion. Players explore a vast kingdom with a wide variety of unique locations, the music is top-notch and the boss battles were by far a highlight for us. If you're interested in Aggelos, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on January 1st. It's currently marked down 87% to a new all-time low of just $1.99. Dicey Dungeons is a single-player strategy RPG developed by Distractionware Limited with a download size around 1.1 gigabytes and it offers more than 40 hours of main story gameplay, making it an excellent value. This is a deck-building roguelike where you fight your way through an ever-changing dungeon, searching for loot and experience as you level up your party. There are 6 playable characters, each with unique playstyles and different skills, giving this game a lot of variety to how you can approach the battles. The final battle itself relies heavily on skill, you won't be able to rely on luck. However, if you like deck builders, make sure to grab this one up before the sale ends on January 5th. It's marked down 80% to a new all-time low of just $2.99. Elli is a single-player 3D puzzle platformer with a top-down view from publisher Banana Kid and will take roughly 6 to 7 hours to wrap up. It has a download size around 750 megabytes and it features a likable protagonist, some cleverly designed puzzles, and excellent level design for players to roam around in. Now while you can tell it was made by a small team, the actual gameplay is solid and it offers a great platforming experience with tight controls and beautiful scenery. The control scheme itself is also pretty simple, making it a great game for both kids and adults alike. If you're into puzzle-style platform games, Elli is currently on sale until January 10th, marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Next up we have Far Lone Sails. This is a single-player adventure platformer from Mixed Vision and offers roughly 3 hours of main story gameplay with a download size around 2.2 gigabytes. The game is absolutely beautiful on the Switch and it has amazing art and animations, plus the music really helps to set the atmosphere as you start to really feel alone with nothing but your trusty machine to help you get across the vast nothingness. The journey takes you across a dried out seabed and you have to learn to maintain and repair the massive vessel that you're traveling in. Again, this game is all about atmosphere and story, but if you're interested in Far Lone Sails, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on January 1st. It's marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $3.74. Flipping Death is a single-player 2D puzzle platformer from publisher Zoink Games and offers roughly 5 to 10 hours of main story gameplay. In this one we play as a young woman named Penny who dies under strange circumstances, and when we awake we find ourselves filling in for Death himself. The unique feature to this game is that you have the ability to flip between the world of the living and the world of the dead, and you'll use this mechanic to help solve the many puzzles that you encounter along the way and uncover the mysterious circumstances surrounding your death. The game features a rich and colorful environment with a unique pop-up book art style and a very emotional story that is sure to keep you engaged and moving forward. If you're interested in this one, you can get Flipping Death on sale until January 8th, marked down 80%, matching a previous low of just $3.99. Freedom Planet is a single-player 2D adventure game with a download size around 380 megabytes and a main story that should last roughly 8 to 10 hours to wrap up. The game is shown from a side view with gorgeous 2D pixel art graphics, a rocking soundtrack to pump you up, and smooth gameplay. The boss battles were a highlight for us with this one though, as not only are they epic and fun to fight against, but they even have their own theme music and every one of them is awesome. There are 3 different playable characters, a cool momentum-based platforming system, and tons of content on offer, making this a great value. Right now you can pick up Freedom Planet on sale until January 4th, marked down 70% to a new all-time low of just $4.49. GoNNER is a single-player action platformer from Raw Fury with a download size around 600 megabytes and a main story that will last roughly 9 to 10 hours to wrap up. The game is tough as nails and the levels are procedurally generated. In this one though, the rage is real and you'll surely die a lot. Not to worry though, that's by design and each death will make you better for the next run. Plus, before each run you have the option to buy upgrades for the following run, and you can even get some permanent upgrades, so as you might expect, eventually you get the hang of things and start doing a lot of damage. This is definitely an addictive game and worth checking out. Right now you can pick it up on sale until January 1st, marked down 80%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Lightfall is a single-player 2D action platformer with an absolutely stunning visual style from Eshop Games. It has a download size around 3.3 gigs and a main story that will last roughly 7 to 10 hours to wrap up. In this one we explore through the world of Numbra, trying to uncover the past and save the world from an impending doom. We have to use the Shadow Core, which is a magical box that you can conjure under your feet to help you move around the different levels and overcome the different puzzles. Along the way we're guided by our companion, a grumpy old owl named Strix, who also acts as the in-game narrator. If you're interested in Lightfall, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on January 1st. It's marked down 80% to a new all-time low of just $2.99. LIMBO is a single-player adventure game from Playdead, the same folks that made Inside, and it has a download size around 120 megabytes with a main story that will last roughly 3 or 4 hours to finish up. The game plays similar to other games in the genre, just with a much darker, monotone graphical aesthetic. The controls are amazing and the atmosphere set up by the eerie music and sounds is outstanding. Having played many games in the genre, I have to say Playdead has mastered these games, as this is just as good as any other out there, and as usual the puzzles and enemy encounters were amazing. This is another game that we highly recommend here at the channel, and it's on sale until January 1st, marked down 80%, matching a previous low of just $1.99. Pato Box is a single-player arcade-style fighting game from Bromeo and will take roughly 6 to 8 hours to complete, and it has a download size around 1.5 gigabytes. The game has an over-the-shoulder view with a very similar look to something like Punch-Out from past generations, but it not only looks like those titles, it also shares almost identical movesets with Punch-Out as well. You dodge left or right or duck and either land a high punch or a body shot. Where the game sets itself apart though is the story. It follows Pato after he's been ambushed at the height of his career. We set out on a mission to uncover the true reason behind the vicious attack on our way to the final boss. You aren't confined to just the ring though, you actually get to walk around and explore as you work your way to the different bosses. If you're interested in Pato Box, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on January 1st. It's marked down 80%, matching a previous low of just $2.99. Severed is a single-player, first-person RPG from Drinkbox Studios and has a main story that will last roughly 5 to 7 hours to wrap up. In this one we play as a young girl who's lost her family and we set out on a quest to find them. The game is surprisingly difficult, with some enemy encounters that are brutally challenging, but in turn also rewarding. Now the combat is sort of a mixture of standard RPG mechanics and something like Fruit Ninja where you have to swipe your fingers across the screen to attack. In fact, you have to play the game in handheld mode. One heads up though, the dungeons do become very maze-like, so it did require a pretty heavy amount of backtracking, but just keep that in mind. If you're interested in Severed, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on January 1st. It's marked down 80% to a new all-time low of just $2.99. Splasher is a fun and challenging 2D platformer full of comedy and set in a crazy cartoon network. The game has a download size around 1.5 gigabytes and it has a main story that will last roughly 7 to 8 hours to complete. Armed with just our trusty paint cannon, you face off against the dangerous Ink Corp and their mega factory to save our fellow Splashers. Now this is another challenging game that will require lightning quick reflexes and patience as you discover new ways to tackle each level. The game has one of the most outrageous soundtracks and bright, colorful environments, so I had to pick it up a little while ago. If you're a fan of comedy and 2D platformers that are tough as nails, make sure to pick this one up before the sale ends on January 2nd. It's marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $374. SuperEpic The Entertainment War is a single-player 2D action platformer from Numbskull Games with a download size around 870 megabytes and a main story that will last roughly 10 hours or so to finish up. The game takes place in the not-so-distant future where a corrupt video game company has taken over control of the masses with addictive and free video games. We play as a young raccoon with our trusty steed as we explore the offices of this corrupt corporation, taking on a wide variety of different enemies, epic boss battles, and overcoming the puzzles we find along the way. It's up to us to break in and save the world. If you're interested in SuperEpic, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on January 13th. It's marked down 88%, matching a previous low of just $215. Viviette is a single-player adventure-style puzzle game from DYA Games and offers roughly 4 hours of main story gameplay with a download size around 125 megabytes. In this one, we explore a haunted mansion as we try to uncover the horrific secrets hidden within. You'll definitely have to use your brain for this one as it's all about puzzle solving and exploration. Now this game does not hold your hand at all, and in fact it doesn't even have a map. It's just you and your trusty lamp, and of course you can't run around using that all the time or making noise as you're being chased by the monster. Fans of explorative horror experiences should definitely consider checking this one out before the sale ends on December 31st. It's marked down half price to just $4.99 and matching a previous low. Alright folks, as always, here are some series sales and other games to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright folks, that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode. Thanks as always for hanging out with us again today. You know we truly appreciate it. I definitely hope you had a good time or maybe found a deal or two that you were interested in. Happy holidays to everyone out there, and if you missed last episode, I'll make sure to link it down below. Also, if you get a chance, consider stopping by Little Man's channel. We have more gameplays and daily deals and sales list over there as well. Thanks again, you all are legendary. Have a wonderful week everyone. Much love, and we'll let Little Man take us home as always. Bye everyone.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!